Hey guys, hope everybody is doing well this weekend. Hopefully everyone is gearing up for another week ahead. I just wanted to pop on here really quick to do just a quick kind of week ahead guidance reading for the collective. We're going to keep this pretty quick, but I was feeling really called to do this. I know that this week is probably going to be a really crazy week for a lot of us, especially if you're based here in the US. We have this crazy election coming up. So I thought it would be helpful to maybe pop on here and just pull a few cards for guidance for us as we navigate the week ahead. So I've already kind of pulled everything, and I think we have some really positive messages coming through that I'm excited to share with you. I also have some messages from tarot. So let's just kind of dig in and see kind of what we need to be on the lookout for this week, what we can expect. So I'm going to start here with the Black Moon Astrology card. This is the overall energy influencing us as a collective as we navigate this week. And for this energy, what we got is the energy of Chiron, healing. So as you guys probably know, if you watched my unboxing of this deck, I'm still learning astrology. I do not know a ton about astrology, but Chiron is an asteroid from what I understand. And it travels, around just like with the planets, and it can influence events and energies and things just like how we would read the planets in certain houses and things like that. So intuitively reading this card, we have healing. So what this is telling me is that this week, I feel like very similarly to the death card, we as a collective are going to be transitioning through maybe a little bit of a tougher healing process. I feel like this week is going to be maybe challenging in a lot of aspects for us because this Chiron also has to do with kind of like passing through the dark in order to see the light. But I feel like if we can get through this week and sort of take any events that we're perceiving to be as negative and find a way to transmute that into positivity, this can actually be a really healing week for us. I feel like there's a lot of repair that's going on this week. I feel like there's a lot of change happening this week. And I wanted to read to you guys because I highlighted a couple of passages out of the book about Chiron because I felt like there were just a few key words, like some buzzwords that really stood out to me. So I want to start here. This heavenly body takes us on a journey through our darkness, where we pass through to the next side with strengths we did not realize we had until we passed through that black place. So, and then one must see darkness before there is light. So again, this is a time of healing this week, you guys, but I feel like that may not be super evident in the moment as we're navigating it. I think that this week is a week where we're going to have to just take whatever events or energies that are thrown at us in stride, and we're going to have to look at them as a learning opportunity, something that is going to help us evolve as an individual, evolve as a collective, so that we are growing and we are better whenever we're presented with a challenge as a group again. Does that make sense? Here on the other page, I had a couple other buzzwords highlighted here. So we've got resurrection, transformation. Once we're able to heal ourselves, we can also take this gift or wound and learn how to restore others. We can mend our wounds when we embrace process and understand the gift of illness or dysfunction. So whatever happens this week, you guys, no matter what perspective you're looking at it from, whether you feel like it's positive, negative, whatever the case is for you, I feel like this is just a strong message around learning to move through it and trying to pinpoint what lesson you are supposed to be learning from it. What I love about this card that really catches my eye is the key here. So this tells me that at the end of this week, the key to how to move forward with whatever situation is of significance to you will be there. So you're going through a challenge in order to level yourself up so that you're better for the next challenge, right? So let's see what else we can expect this week. So we have the Oracle, seek wisdom and guidance from elders, and Earth, utilize logic, reason, and common sense. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense. So I think as we're moving through this, healing energy, as we're moving through any challenges, trials, and tribulations, we're being asked to ask for help, seek guidance from people who might be a little bit more experienced than us. Someone that we trust, someone who we look to as a mentor. I feel like someone who is very level-headed with that earth energy there. Because as we're moving through this, you know, whatever comes up for you this week that might feel triggering or upsetting, it's important that you're keeping yourself in a space of being grounded and logical. So we've got Earth energy here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Utilize logic, reason, and common sense. So it's important for us to find ways to stay grounded, maybe going outside, you know, going on a hike, getting out in nature, things like that, so that we can make sure we're approaching situations from a very clear, level-headed perspective. So I also pulled a few cards from the tarot just so we could get a sense of what energies, specific energies we can encounter this week in terms of like events, I guess. So we have the Three of Wands, we have the Three of Swords reversed, and then we have the King of Swords in the upright. So I feel like toward the beginning of this week, as a collective, we're really in this energy of planning ahead, looking ahead. Maybe a few of us are waiting to hear about something toward the beginning of this week, but this is very much about like, what's next? What's the next move? What's the next step? What news am I going to hear, depending on your personal situation, right? So more about like looking ahead to the rest of the week and either like wondering what's going to happen or making a specific plan about what you need to do. Again, really leveraging using that logic and reason to get you through, making sure you have a really grounded plan for your week ahead. Toward the middle of the week, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. So this is telling me that toward the middle of this week, you guys, I think this is where maybe this Chiron energy is going to become more evident, you know? Whatever is going on in your life, whatever's going on with us as a collective, it's going to be really important that like we just move forward, okay? Because for me, the Three of Swords in the reverse is about like getting over something, moving past something, not allowing something to make you feel extremely upset or betrayed or backstabbed or any of those really sad negative emotions that are kind of associated with the Three of Swords. Maybe even sadness, right? Like maybe this is a message for some of us that as we're moving through this healing energy, whatever's triggering us, we need to not allow it to make us sad. Like it's okay to feel the pain for a second, but just keep in mind that like you cannot wallow in it. You've got to find ways to be able to successfully progress your life forward, right? Because whatever's going on, like as a big collective, like all that you can do is focus on you. You know what I mean? And we do have 2 threes popping up here, which makes me think of like, you know, other influences coming in and trying to influence our lives, maybe our partnerships and things like that. But I really feel like the overwhelming message here around the Three of Swords toward the middle of the week is just around like moving past any sort of issue that arises that could be perceived as potentially hurtful or upsetting. Toward the ending of the week, we've got the King of Swords. So this is air energy. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't necessarily have to be though. But I feel like this message really resonates in with this earth energy of logic and reason, because King of Swords energy is a very clear, logical, level-headed energy. And it's this King of Swords almost looks a bit menacing in my opinion. But I think all the kings in this deck kind of look like that. So it may not mean anything significant, but I definitely see that as we move toward the ending of the week, there is something around logic, reason, and structure. This is either something that we as a collective need to be embodying, or this could be something coming in that kind of forces us to look things through a much more logical lens, right? So I'm not sure which one it'll end up being, but we'll kind of see as the week moves on. So overall, you guys, it does look like this week there's going to be some challenges, some maybe healing that needs to happen, some triggering events, but all those things that you may experience this week, no matter how small or how large they are, whether they have to do with your personal life or whether they have to do with collective energies, like the whole point is just to make sure that you are staying logical, keeping yourself grounded, making sure that you're asking for guidance if you need it, ask for what you need, ask for help if you need some assistance moving through, and just don't allow yourself to wallow in whatever it is. You know, Three of Swords reverse, like this is about pulling yourself out of that energy, regaining grounding again, regaining a level of confidence again, and just getting back out there and taking charge of your life. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. I don't typically do these types of readings a ton, but I thought this would be a good week to do it. So let me know how it resonates for you. Drop me a comment below. I'm going to be posting this on IGTV as well as on my YouTube channel. So If you guys are not subscribed to my YouTube, please do so. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. I only need 5 more subscribers to hit 200, so I'm so excited with the progress I've made. But I hope you guys have an awesome week, and if you need anything, please don't hesitate to drop me a comment below. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!